There are tens of thousands of streets in London, and each of them has their own tale to tell. But some of their names and stories are so brilliant, we just had to share them with you. So, here are 5 of London's best named streets and the amazing stories behind them. First up, we have Ha Ha Road. No, it's not named after a particularly funny joke. A ha-ha is a sunken ditch which marks the boundary of a property. So this is the ha-ha of Ha Ha Road. But there is debate about where the word ha-ha actually comes from. Some think it's the sound you make when you fall into the gully, and others think it's the sound you make when you watch one of your friends suddenly disappear into the ditch. Our second is York Place, formerly of Alley, just by Charing Cross. But this one is a weird one. All the land in this area used to be owned by George Villiers, Duke of Buckingham, until he sold it in 1670. But when he did, he made developers promise that if they were to lay streets here, they had to name those streets after him. And so, we ended up with George Court, Villiers Street, Duke Street, of Alley, and Buckingham Street. Then, in 1855, London's shortest named thoroughfare, of Alley, was renamed York Place. However, after public outcry, formerly of Alley was added to the sign and remains there to this day. At number 3, we have Birdcage Walk, which is just by Buckingham Palace. This gets its name from a royal aviary, which was started by James I and expanded by Charles II. Both these royals were huge animal lovers, and though all you can see now is squirrels and pigeons, this place used to be chocked full of animals, including an elephant and a crocodile. It was also the site of the Royal Cockpit, where passers-by on the walk could enjoy the world's oldest spectator sport, cockfighting. The walk part of this name comes from the fact that while royals were allowed to travel the road on horseback, commoners like you and me would have to travel on foot. Up next, we have Cock Lane, stop sniggering. Now, it probably gets its name from being a place where cocks were bred for cockfighting, but it has multiple claims to fame. For instance, ironically, it was the only place in the medieval city of London where prostitutes were allowed to live and work. Secondly, it's also the place where the Great Fire of London finally halted in 1666. Today it's marked by the Golden Boy of Pye Corner, which used to stand outside a pub that was burned down in the fire. Finally, it's known as the site of the infamous Cock Lane ghost. The story goes like this. A young girl whose sister Fanny had died claimed to have strange visitations in the night from a beautiful lady who was making scratching and knocking sounds. Because of this, they named the ghost, and this is true, Scratching Fanny. However, it all turned out to be a hoax when they discovered a board under the girl's bed where she was making the noises herself. And finally, we have Cheapside, just down from St Paul's Cathedral. Now, you're not going to find many bargains here anymore, but in the past, this was the site of one of London's busiest markets. The name itself comes from the old medieval word cheap, C-H-E-P-E, which was a broad word for market. Though the market is gone now, you can still find leftovers in the surrounding areas. Street names like Honey Lane, Wood Street, Bread Street, Ironmonger Lane, and even Poultry. And that's all for our list of top 5 street names in London. There are so many more, so let us know some in the comments below, and maybe we'll cover them on another episode. For more Historically Hot, make sure you subscribe to What's Hot London and hit that bell icon for notifications. Until next time, I'll see you later.